Today I'm going to be showing you some amazing gameplay with PRIMITE DRACOTAIL. Yes, you heard it correctly, PRIMITE and DRACOTAIL are making a comeback together. And of course, for the full deck profile of this deck, check out my next video on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notifications to know when it goes live, because there's some spicy text there you won't want to miss. And before we jump into the replay, make sure to check out Sleeve Chief's new Yummy collection with the new incredible deck box and dividers. Really awesome stuff out of Sleeve Chief this time. Make sure to use code galzo5 at checkout to get 5% off and support the channel. Link is in the description below, and let's dive in. This was crazy. This game was really crazy. Again, the deck list is going to be on the channel a little bit later this week, so make sure to tune in for that. But this was a really fun match. Now, yeah, this is going to be the deck that we're playing today. Again, deck list is going to be on the channel. Don't worry about it. I'm going to give you every single detail I have. Exact same deck list I played in this match. We have Rahu, PRIMITE Dragon Ether Barrel, and Nibiru. We have another Rahu and King of the Swamp. Our opponent is not playing this turn. Not at all. But we go first. Sorry, they go first. They win the die roll. And of course they brick, so they pass. We draw Urgula, which is not necessarily the most helpful thing. Now, in terms of sequencing, I mean, if I knew I was playing against like so many hand traps, probably would have done it maybe a little bit differently, but let's see what I do. So I think this is what you do anyway, right? This is anyway what you're gonna do. It's gonna get hit with an imperm. I think Rahu DRACOTAIL is definitely the next best option. Of course, Ash will check that. And then we still want an option to fuse. We're going to use King of the Swamp, discard it, and try to search for polymerization. But we get hit with Purge. That's it. We don't have any other ways to play here. This has another effect where you can send the Dark Magician to the graveyard, but this will not help us at all this time. So just like we have Nib, hopefully they brick, and we just pass. They draw Bell. Yeah, they kind of scoop that. The strongest game here is definitely game 3 of this match. Purulia, yeah, I don't know how much this is going to do. We do have 5 mana, but the thing is that we really need to draw a monster off of Purulia, because if we draw a monster, it becomes really huge. But now, if they don't give us any draws, this 5 mana is dead in the hand, which is definitely a problem. So they're going to go engage into Hornet, of course. Hornet Drones is going to summon a token to make Kagari. Kagari is going to add back the Hornet. This is basically full Yami combo. They do have 2 names in hand. They don't use the Ash here, and they're still going to combo, basically. So, and of course, they're not going to let me have a single draw, dude. 1 draw, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. We needed to draw a monster here, and this is like a shame. I think I would still do this Purulia either way. I was expecting at least 1 draw. I think they just didn't give us any. They go into the Starham, Herald. They don't extend any further because they really have no reason to. The only thing that they don't have in grave is Cupsy, which is kind of a shame for them because it's another draw during the opponent's turn, but these are 2 interruptions. They have the Link one, and basically that's it, right? But they do have a Herald, which, you know, we really try to get rid of here. You'll see in a second. Okay, so we open Lordly Load, which is great here because it's a board breaker, essentially. At least it could be, right? Then we have Lucia's 5 mana, Rahu, and another Rahu, right? Now, it's important to know, right now, every monster from hand or deck is going to be banished, so they're not going to get their effects. They are only if this card is sent to the graveyard as fusion material. So we need to get rid of this Herald, and we don't have a ton of ways to do that. So let's start by activating Load here. It does trigger their... I think this... At the end of the day, this might have been a misplay to start with this, just because this is not going to get us anywhere, because we're not going to summon this. We're going to summon the Lucias 100%. Go ahead and normal summon the Lucias. They tag out, and they get 2 other monsters. So now they will activate Cookie to try to pop our Lucias. We search for Pan because this is going to allow us to potentially, hopefully in the future, once we get rid of this, maybe do something here, right? We chain 5 mana. Because right now what we can do, we can still use the 5 mana from field. It's not going to be banished. We're going to get this effect, and we're going to be able to set Ketu DRAGONTAIL, which is very strong. So we do that, and we summon Arthalion, and basically what we're going to get now is Lucias's Chainlink 1 and Arthalion is Chainlink 2 to target the Lucias. Now, was this correct to target the Lucias? Because I think we could have chain blocked, like, you know, at least do chain link 1 Arthalion, target the Herald, chain 2 Lucias. But that way we kind of still only have Rahu DRACOTAIL, because then they're forced to negate the Lucias, and we only have Rahu, we lose to a single Ash, right? So it's kind of hard, but this is what we do. We make sure we get the Ketu, and we get another monster from the deck to the hand. They go to summon again. We threaten battle phase, so they do this in the main phase. If they hold to do this, because they can do this in the battle phase, yeah, I kind of lose immediately. But they're going to book this Arthalion now with the Cookie here. So we still have another line of play. We can still fuse, and again, we have a monster on board, which means that not all of our materials go to the banishment, right? So Ketu is going to add. They still don't know we have Rahu, so they tag out again. And we still have Rahu, which is pretty impressive. We add Malulu, and now we're going to be able to just spend these, essentially. I just want a monster that can swing over the Herald, basically. So I'm going to enter battle phase, and then, yeah, they're going to go ahead and bouncy. And, yeah, unfortunately, probably what I thought about doing there is activating the Rahu, hoping they don't do anything, and then I can chain Gulamel and target the Herald, right? But, you know, it was too little too late at that point. So we go first. Yes, we go first, game 3. Our opponent has Lilipo, Fua, Veiler, Lilipo, and Ash. Yes, we have Ketu, Book, 5-mana, DRACOTAIL, Rahu DRACOTAIL, and Dark Magician. Pretty solid hand, to be honest. So, as always, we're probably going to start just with a Ketu. Interesting the way they played their hand traps here. Normal summon Lucias, they Veiler it. So, like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to chain 5-mana. I'm just going to get the advantage here because we get Rahu as well, right? So yeah, chain 5-mana, and then they're going to chain Fua. We're going to need to give them at least like 1 or 2 draws, which is something pretty good about DRACOTAIL, is that you don't have to give them cards in order to play. Not a lot, at least. Yeah. Arthalion, give them another freaking Veiler. This Veiler hurts so much, dude, because now what happens is that we are able to set with Lucias. We try to bring back 5-mana. We get hit with the Veiler. And literally our only interruption in hand loses to this Ash Blossom. How do we win this game? I have nothing, right? This is good because honestly, this should have been, in hindsight is 2020, this should have been Horn, because summon Loli, bounce the hand, pass, right? This is how it happens most of the time. But I chose to just, like, you know, lose to the extender, which of course they do, because they have another one like this. So basically, I try to book it. They have Snatchy here. Snatchy, we're going to be able to negate this, which is at least going to let us live another turn, right? Because this is negated now. So we're going to bring back. Now, something sick that happened here that you don't notice because you don't see the chat. You know, on Dueling Book, when you log out without admitting defeat, it gives you 90 seconds to log back in. My computer battery died. I was playing on my laptop. I ran back home, plugged it in, turned it on again, came back to the match with 0 seconds. So I almost lost this match on a technicality. But that's just an anecdote. So we negated the field spell, but of course they have the extender, which is really good. They shuffle our Lucias. Now we don't really have a play in hand, which is really unfortunate. They go into Cupsy. Cupsy add 2. Yummy and Cupsy. Discard. Cupsy, get surprised. This is like bonkers at this point, right? Lilipo, summon again. SPLNI, target the Arthalion. Set. We kind of don't have anything, right? They are in a commanding position here, but we have to try to play. Ketu, they tag out, summon back Synchro, and yeah, interesting. We get Urgula here because we need to destroy one of these spells and traps. And again, set. Yeah, they still have Cupsy trigger, which this was huge in the late game. You'll see why. Rahu DRACOTAIL, they tag out. I just send Pan and Urgula, just like mass removal here. And then I get Urgula, Pan, and Arthalion. Arthalion get Pan back to hand. I don't have any spellcasters in grave. Maybe it shouldn't have been Pan, you know. Yeah, I try to bring back the Pan, and then basically as chain 4, they go for a Little Knight, banish these two temporarily, and chain the surprise, because now if I destroy one of the link ones, the other one still survives. So basically what I do here is destroy the field spell and destroy one of the link ones. I do have Horn, which, again, these cards can be used without DRACOTAIL cards on the field, and Ketu for the next turn, but I'm starting to, like, this is my third Ketu, which is a problem, but again, they don't have the field spell quite yet. Yeah, I kind of have to pass here. Arthalion and SP come back. They go for minion in the grave, shuffle it back to bring it into rotation. Oh, they have 2 ogres. I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, they bring back the minion summon back, activate at a cookie, go for a synchro, why in defense mode, I don't know. They go for a herald, pretty strong, right? Was that legal? Yeah, it was legal. Summon another cookie, reduce the attack, and yeah, this should be in an attack position as well, I think, if they're trying to go for game. So basically what happens now is that I go for Horn to try to survive. Basically, I just need to survive here. They chain Herald to negate it, which is pretty strong. So I take 500 with this one. I take another 25, and then another 21 and 16 from SP Little Knight. I'm down to 1,300 life points. They have everything, and I kind of have nothing at this point. I do have Ketu and Pan, which is strong, to be honest. They go ahead and make this guy. Now, this guy is scary, okay? First of all, I cannot target their field spells while it's on the field, so no SP Little Knight. And if it is destroyed, you can either destroy one card your opponent controls or inflict 1,500 damage to them, which means I'm gonna die if I destroy this, which is crazy. They link to my Arthalion can trigger. Don't forget your Arthalion triggers. They set surprise with this. They go for talents, and they rip the poly, which I think was a huge misplay because I need monsters to play. If they rip the Pan, I think I draw Eclipse, probably lose. Probably. Now I can get to Ketu, get Malulu, and then just go ahead. I'm going to get a pop and a negate. But check this out. I have both traps and Ketus. I have 2 Rahu in deck, basically. So these are the last effects that I'm going to be able to activate. And of course, Arthalion. So chain 1 Pan, chain 2 Malulu. I did not trigger Arthalion. Oh yeah, I did. Urgula and Malulu back to the hand. Takes me a little bit of time to catch it. These are my only options to set from the deck. And I'm going to destroy the cookie here on resolution and negate the link. And of course, bring back the monsters I targeted with Arthalion back into the hand. Rahu. So guys, check this out. I'm locked into fusions, right? Still locked into fusions here. I cannot destroy this card and I cannot target this card. And surprise still gets them a plus. So I'm kind of like screwed. So Urgula can target and break back the 5 mana, destroy the field spell, and then I realize that these guys have to set a DRACOTAIL and then they destroy. Since I don't have any more cards in the deck to set, it does not destroy the field spell. So they bring it back. Basically just Arthalion, attack the cookie. Now, thank God I have Book of Eclipse. They don't have any way to play at the moment. And I need to kind of decide here what I'm going to do. So Urgula, bring back 5 mana, makes sense. And I just need Malulu to be able to chain block, right? I can just... So I just have a pop, basically. So they have Bell here, so they don't draw engine, but what they can do is try to kill themselves in order to make me take 1,500 damage and die. But I book my entire field. They go into Ghost Ogre here, which means they go into a Link 1. If they have a Link 1, they can activate the minion. What do we do? Thankfully, we have 5 mana. So we go for 5 mana. And then, yeah, we go into Chaos Star Sword of Dragon. It literally came up. Target and destroy the Almirage. No other way around it. Yeah. They don't get flipped, actually. And I draw barrel. Kind of a note here, maybe shouldn't have flipped these two up. We'll see in a second. Again, we are just grinding with this soft lock. Then I can add drill beam. And of course I want to, like, if I summon the Dark Magician here, it's game, because I drill beam this guy and just attack directly, but they have the Ogre, which is just nuts. I go into Spheres. Now I can trigger my Artholian Engrave. Now I'm protected from the battle phase. And yeah, they have Purge and Ogre and Ghost Bell here, which means they try to go battle phase, they try to crash again. Spheres, bounce, Spheres, get Malulu, and yeah, basically Malulu effect, chain Gulamel, pop, go ahead and fuse Secretarion, and just attack for game. I really hope you enjoyed this. This deck is super technical and grindy. You saw how much you can grind with this deck. Of course, the deck list is going to be later this week on the channel, so make sure to check it out. Of course, make sure to check out the new yummy Sleeve Chief deck box. It's so nice. Make sure to use code galzo5 to check out for 5% off. Thanks so much for watching. Click the bell right now, and I'll see you in the PRIMITE DRACOTAIL video. Peace.